All right. What up? What up, people? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So to make sure this shit is on, because sometimes it should be taking a minute to go on. All right. It seems like we're on. Seems like we are on. So what's going on, people? What's popping? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't negotiate with women. Okay? D Money Ali, what's good? What's going on? So we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't negotiate with women. Kenwood Drive, what up? James, what up? Howard, what up? What's going on? Before we get into all of that, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook or the hard copy. You feel me? So make sure you guys check that out. Get this book. Go to mrlocario.com or click the link below to get this book. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you do that. Water Song 10 was good. BT Platinum 23 was up. Mark Dre was good. So, and shout out to all the people who are on the Patreon. Shout out to all the people who subscribed, who are Patreon members. Make sure you go to Patreon, which is patreon.com/Mr. Locario. I'm going to have the link below. Make sure you join the Patreon, because when you join the Patreon, you'll be able to hear all of the new Bad Boy Show episodes. And I'm going to be having exclusive videos on there also from now on. So I got one exclusive video on there where I talk about 4 ways to get women to cooperate with you. So make sure, if you are not on the Patreon, to join the Patreon, and shout out to all the people who's joined already. And if you're not on the Patreon, you are going to miss out on all the new Bad Boy membership. I mean, not Bad Boy membership, but Bad Boy Show joints. You feel me? Mark Dre, you said you subscribed yesterday. That's what's up. That's what's good. You feel me? But yeah, make sure I want all of you guys in the chat room. All of you guys need to subscribe to the Patreon. Everybody who's watching the video, subscribe to the Patreon. Right? Make sure you do that. And last but not least, actually not last but not least, I got a few things. Phil Jackson, the rap was good. So you said, how much is the consultation? So that's what I was going to get into next. So for all of you who want the 30-minute game sessions, 30-minute joints, it's $197 for the 30 minutes. All right? So make sure you click the link also below. And, make sure that you get your 30-minute game session. You feel me? Because that's one-on-one with me and you, and it's recorded, and you get to keep the session. Kushti, the Patreon is not free. So you have $10 subscribers, $20 subscribers, $50 subscribers, $100 subscribers, $1,000 subscribers, $5,000 subscribers. So it's a whole bunch of different subscribers, and depending on what you subscribe to, you get specific joints. You feel what I'm saying? And so for those who subscribe to me for the $50 subscription, because I had some people do that, make sure that you email me so you get your free stuff. And all this stuff is on the side. It shows you what you get when you subscribe to the Patreon. You feel me? So But yeah, today real quick, I wanted to talk about why. Oh, and before we get into that, make sure everyone is on the Bad Boy membership. Right? That's the most important thing. The Bad Boy membership. You got to get on the Bad Boy membership. So go to badboymembership.com to join the membership today. All right? So I want to talk about negotiating with chicks and why you should never do that. And what are we talking about when we talk about negotiating? Right? Negotiate. The reason why you should negotiate, and what are we even talking about negotiating? So we're talking about why you should not be trying to have discussions and conversations about what you're going to do on a date, how things are going to go between you and a girl when you guys are going out. You should not be having any discussions or negotiations about that. So what I mean is that when you are setting up a date with a chick, right? You tell her what's going to happen, or you tell her, hey, this is how it's going to go. You understand? Or if you're trying to set up a date, what happens is, let's say for example, you're on an online dating site, right? And a lot of you come across this stuff where you'll be texting a girl and you try to set the date up. You be like, hey, give me a number, or here's my number, hit me up so we could, so we could set something up or whatever. And so the girl will be like, oh, can we talk on here more, right? Can we speak on here a little bit more, right? So a guy who is sort of negotiating with the chick, he'll sort of, end up speaking with her, even though he doesn't want to do that. What he wants to do is set up a date, but he's like thinking in his head, all right, I'll keep talking to her, right? That's you basically negotiating with a chick because you don't want to do this, but she wants to do it. So now y'all are at a standstill, but then you go to her side and you do what she wants you to do. Because even though you're not verbally negotiating with her saying, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, in your mind you are, and then what you're doing is that you're going with her thing. You see what I'm saying? What's up, people? Who else we got up? My Chutu upstairs. I keep saying that name wrong. Peace Lord 06, what up? So the thing is, you should not be negotiating with these chicks. So for example, the chick might be like, you might tell a chick, yeah, we're gonna go to this spot and get a drink, and then she'll be like, oh, but can we go do this other thing? No, we can't. No, we can't. We're doing this. No negotiating. No negotiations. You're talking to that girl online. She's like, oh, can we talk on here more? Nah, listen, here's my number. Holla at me. And we're going to set something up. We're not talking on here more. So no negotiations. So why no negotiations? Why are we not negotiating with these chicks? Why are we not going back and forth with these girls? Right? Mike 23, you said, what if she's a girlfriend? I'm going to get to that soon. Why are we not going back and forth with these girls? Well, the thing is this. You have to understand that if you are a guy who's an alpha male, right? If you're a guy who's an alpha male, you are not negotiating shit. You understand? Because what you're looking for is you're looking for a woman who is following your lead. Right? So the thing is, if you're on an online dating site and you tell a chick, hey, give me your number, all she should be doing is giving you the number. You understand? If you're telling her, if you give her your number, you say for her to call you, all she should be doing is taking your number and hitting you up. You understand? There should be no other thing deviating from that. And then the thing is, if you deviate from that, you fucking up. And the reason why you're fucking up is because now what happens is that she's seen that now she can sort of control you. You understand? Because you told her to do one thing, she ignored what you said to do, she suggested something else, and then you did that thing she suggested. You understand? So right there, you fucked up. So what do you do when these chicks, present these ideas or do these things and they're going, trying to go around what you're trying to do? You understand? You tell a girl, hey, let's meet up. She's like, hey, can we talk on Tinder more? I want to get to know you more. Right? So you either do one of two things. You charge it to the game. So you just stop talking to her. You just keep that shit moving if she's going to be on that shit. Or you give her a chance to cooperate. Meaning that if a chick says, hey, can we talk on here more? Now, you know what? I'm not trying to talk on here that too much. So here's my number. Text me tonight or tomorrow or whenever you want her to text you. And when you hit me up, we'll set something up so we can meet up. That's it. Now, she's not going to want to do, if she doesn't want to do that, then you keep that shit moving. You understand? Because the thing is, you do not want to negotiate and you don't want to be going back and forth and having this, oh, well, can we do this or can we do that? And she's up there like, well, I want to do this. No. This is what we doing, period. And this is how you have to start when you are doing what you need to do. You understand? When you're starting out fucking with these chicks. So none of this negotiating shit, none of this back and forth, let me get your input on it, none of that shit. You decide when you guys are going to meet up. You understand? The only thing that you can negotiate is the actual time and, to meet up. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, if she's free or not when you're supposed to meet up. But you're never negotiating, you know, how you guys are going to interact and talk on this medium. You're not negotiating, you know, where you're going to go and all this. Nah, you understand? You're basically telling her what it is. The only thing you're asking her, negotiating with, is the time to meet up, because like she might not be free at a certain time. So you say, okay, well, we're both free this day, let's do this. You understand? But if she's trying to switch plans, if she's trying to you know, basically, you know, switch it up on you, don't do that shit. And this goes for even when you meet a chick in person, right? Meet a chick in person, you know, let's say you say to a girl, give me your number. And then she says, oh, no, how about you give me your number? So you said to her, give me your number. And she's like, no, give me your number. Now, if you give her your number, you fucking up. You understand what I'm saying? Because now what's happening is that you're following her shit. You see what I mean? And usually if a chick says, give me your number instead, that usually means she's not into you. But either way, you don't do that shit. The only time you give a chick your number is when you offered it to her first. See, basically all we're talking about here is you having an agenda and you sticking to it, and there is no negotiation with your agenda. You understand what I'm saying? None. So the thing is, even if, let's say, you talking to a few chicks online, or you meet a few chicks in person or whatever, and, you know, they're not cooperating with you, you just got to keep that shit pushing, and then only fuck with the chicks who's cooperating, because it's going to be the girls who are going to cooperate exactly how you want them to cooperate, and then there's going to be girls who are going to try to, you know, do all this other shit that they feel they need to do. Now, they need, you know, if they feel they need to do that, that's on them. But that's not, that ain't got shit to do with you. Your situation is, I want things to go this way. Now, if you are going to make things go this way, then I'll fuck with you. If you're not going to make things go this way, I'm not going to fuck with you. See, the problem is that a lot of guys, they want sex so bad, or they don't have an abundance mentality, that they're scared to let go of a chick. So they think, well, let me sort of try to work things out with her. Let me negotiate, or let me try to, you know, go with what she wants, because I want to have some sex. You understand? So, you know, that shit is ridiculous. Do not negotiate with these women. Because when they see that you are flip-flopping for them, right? All that respect and all that shit they had for you is gone. They start to be attracted to you less and less. The fact that you sort of went against what you were trying to do to please her, that's not a good thing. You understand? You got to have that it's my way or the highway type of vibe with you. So don't be, you know, going back and forth, trying to deal with these chicks. Now, Mike 23, you said you got a girl and you need the game to maintain the relationship. Now, once a girl is your girlfriend, right? Then in specific situations, I'm not saying all, in specific situations, there can be some negotiating. You understand? Because what I'm talking about, don't negotiate with these women. I'm talking about when you're first dealing with them, when you're first going out with them, when you're first meeting them, when you're first on, you know, first dates and all this other stuff. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Now, as a girl becomes a girlfriend or your wife, whatever it is, you've been with this chick for a minute, you know, then y'all could discuss certain shit. You'd be like, okay, we're going to go out tomorrow and do this. And you'd be like, oh, but can we do that? You'd be like, well, nah, let's do this first and then we do that second or whatever. Then you can have the conversation. But when you're talking to a chick who you just met, no, sir. None of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? None of that shit. So, guys, the call-in number is 646-481-3901. So yeah, you guys definitely, you cannot be negotiating with these chicks. Don't do it. Because see, the part of the whole game that I don't like, that a lot of people do, or a lot of people say or talk about, that's whack, is you have people who think that what they should do is sort of do what the girl wants to get her. You understand? And I've said this on multiple occasions that, the game is about you. It's about you. Right? The game is about you doing your thing, finding a girl who wants to follow your program. Damn, this shit is like fucking late with the goddamn lip syncing and shit. I hate when this shit do this. It's fucking whack. But anyway, so what's going on, people? King Art 70 was good. What's going on? The island dryer, you said didn't know getting a woman would be this difficult. We'll talk about that in a second. Hold on. What's poppin'? Who's this?
What's up, bro? This Q.
What's going on, bro? Where you from?
What's up, man? Hello?
Yeah. Where you from?
Oh, Atlanta.
Atlanta? What's going on? What's going on with you?
What's good? So, Mr. L, man, put me on game, man. So I got like this chick, man. You feel me? And she cooperative and shit. You feel me? Like when I, what I'm saying, set up dates and shit, she come through. Mm-hmm. You feel me? She hit me up daily.
Right.
But I don't, I use your game is what you say. Like, don't be talking to her too much. So I talk to her, but it be like very brief, like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Then you feel me? I'm gone. But whenever I want to see her, she come through. The only thing is, so she claims, she says she a virgin, and, I'm trying to get something popping. She want me to wait, what I'm saying, for that, because off the strength of that, you feel me? And it's like, how she be talking, it's like she wanted me to be her boyfriend, but, and, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not really, on that boyfriend shit right now, you feel me? I'm just trying to, I keep on the team, we can get it in, like, right. Friend with benefits type shit, but, and it's like when I hit her with that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she just go luck because she just strongly want me to be her boyfriend, and also she a virgin. She's very conservative. Like when I bring up right. shit, she be like, like yeah, man. So what's your take on that, bro? Not even just virgin, just how to handle conservative women as a whole. Yeah, give me some insight on that, and also like when bitches like when you bring up sex, they be like very conservative with that shit. How would you say about that?
Well, the thing, how old is this chick, and how old are you?
Oh, we both 21.
21. Okay, so y'all pretty young or whatever. But so the thing is, well, as far as conservative chicks goes, right, is that a lot of conservative chicks is more so about the outward appearance or how they're viewed by other people. You understand what I'm saying? So how their image is portrayed. Right. So it's not necessarily that they're conservative naturally in the sense of where they're not going to be sexual. You understand? Because the conservative chick is still sexual. Her being conservative is just basically her like front to the public. This is what like the thing she wants to present. So if you get her in a situation where y'all two are together, y'all alone, and then you can actually get it popping with her, because her being sexual and her being basically a sexual being, it doesn't that like her natural feeling of being sexual, it doesn't care that she's conservative or considers herself conservative. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
By nature, she's going to get horny, gonna want to have sex at a certain point, and all this other stuff. Now, her being conservative and her having certain values or views and stuff can make it a little bit more difficult for for you to make it happen. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it can't happen.
So
go ahead. What you gonna say?
So you would say like somebody like that, if it is to that point, because I do talk to a numerous amount of other women. You feel me? So you would say for a chick like that, just kind of put her in the back burner. Like I still want to fuck with her, but I can see we ain't in alignment. So I'm just like, okay. In the meantime, let me just, So would you say that even with the virgin chick, or like you just would just put her in the back, like because I'm doing the right thing as far as like not giving her too much attention. Like
Right.
I'm not falling asleep on the phone with this bitch. Like I'm not doing none of that.
Right, right.
We talking, but it's very short. And the only time we had them long conversations, or even our dates, I try to keep that shit short too. I don't want to give her too much attention. And then you know how, especially we young, we 21, switch our mind. Like, especially young females, they change their minds like crazy, man.
Right.
You feel me? So I don't want to give that bitch too much attention, and then she wake up in the morning and be like, I ain't feeling you like that, and shoot that text. Nah, I be like, oh hell nah. So
Right.
you know.
Well, the thing is too, right, is that, you know, with a chick like this, who she's a virgin, you know, she has those sort of conservative views, so she's you know, she's already gonna have a certain sort of like thought process or vision of how she's gonna see things or whatever. So, but what I would say for you is that you have to stand firm, because this is what we even talking about with the topic today. We're talking about why you shouldn't negotiate with chicks. You understand? Because the thing is that sort of by you sort of giving her, this is why you shouldn't give her a lot of attention, because by you giving her so much attention, what you're doing is that you're sort of like kind of like giving mixed signals, because you're saying, hey, I want to smash, I want to, you know, have some fun, but at the same time it's almost like you're waiting around for her. You understand? So so the thing that you got to do is, when you're dealing with her and you're talking to her, you always have to have the vibe of, hey, look, I'm the type of dude who wants to get it in with you. When you want to get it in with me, come holla at me, right? Other than that, I'm gonna fall back.
Right.
And then anytime she calls you or texts you or is trying to get in contact with you or whatever, the only type of attention you give her is sexual attention. So anytime she texts you, you be like, so when you gonna come over to the crib? Let me hit that. When you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, just straight.
Yeah.
Because what you want her to do is, you want her to only see you and think about you as that guy. So either what's gonna happen is that she gonna stop fucking with you, or if she fuck with you, she knows she. We go say it again.
Market myself as a sexual guy.
Exactly. You see what I mean? And so she's gonna either stop fucking with you, or if she keeps fucking with you, she gonna know that at some point she gonna have to fuck you. You understand? So
you know what? That actually worked, because I remember I did that with a chick one time. Like I came up like I wanted to smash, and she was trying to shame me at first. So you know we fell off. But like I ain't gonna lie, like 2 months later, I just get a unknown text, and this long story short, she came through and let a nigga smash. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That
So
shit do work. Like sometimes when they get in that mood, yeah, they'll come through.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. You gotta stand firm on how you are. You understand? It's almost like you gotta be that type of way, because you gotta be like, okay, this is what I'm about. So if she's gonna deal with you, she knows she's dealing with you because of that, period. So when dudes start like flip flopping and negotiating and doing all this other extra shit, that's when things don't go your way, because now you've ruined the foundation of how she sees you. You ruined the foundation of how you present yourself. So now she don't really got to even take you seriously now. Now she can use you for attention, play games with you and all this other stuff. But if she knows you ain't gonna move, if she knows you just gonna be how you gonna be, then she either got to deal with you how you are or stop dealing with you. There's no in between. You see what I mean? So so that's what you got to do. Like anytime you with her, just you know, keep it as that, and yeah, keep her on the back burner too. Like kind of like, you know, just be like on some she's Plan Z type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what she on now. You feel me? I'm kicking it with the chick today, like so. I just want to get your intake on that, and you know, you definitely gave me game. So now I know I'm gonna call in when you go back live, let you know you up there, what you got going on.
That's what's up.
You feel me? And let you know like how that went.
That's what's up.
So,
yeah, hit me up and let me know.
Appreciate it though, man. You know what I'm saying? That was A1 game, dog.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you calling. All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I'm telling you guys, you gotta stand firm in your shit, man. You gotta stand firm in your shits. Mike 23, you said I need to make more videos for guys in relationships. That's the funny part, is that a lot of guys in relationships need a lot of game, because most guys in relationships are miserable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes in relationships are miserable as fuck because their woman is running them. They are so I see this shit every day. It's sad. I got friends who they gotta fucking ask their girl permission to go hang out. Not necessarily where they specifically like literally gotta ask permission, but it's on some like, you know, oh I don't know, I gotta check in with her. I'm like, oh my god, nigga, it's crazy. But you know, if you're in a relationship, you know, it's really just about management. You understand? You got to know how to manage the relationship. Because if you don't know how to manage the relationship, then the relationship is not going to work. It's not going to go down. It's going to end. Casey McClure, you said, can you get play on a dating site without having to get professional headshots? Yeah, you can get play without professional headshots, but professional headshots definitely help. That shit helps like a motherfucker. Let me show you what you guys want is let me show you guys my Tinder shit. Let me just show you my Tinder shit real quick if I could. Y'all can see my pictures on Tinder. Hold on. All right, let me see if I can put this in the screen somewhere. Hold on. All right, you see that? That's my main photo on Tinder, right? Can I scroll? How do I scroll? That way. No, which way? Fucking. How do I scroll in this shit? That's my next picture right there. Right? Now, let's go to the. Fuck, I keep scrolling the wrong way. That's my other picture. That's me at the Bad Boy seminar. Keeps fucking. I'm like looking at the shit the other way. That's another picture right there. Now, 3 of these are like professional joints. You know what I'm saying? See, I keep scrolling the wrong fucking way. That's me at the gym. Right? And then that's the last one right there. So that's my Tinder joint. Kenwood Drive, yeah. So my name is Hashim Locario Smith. That's my full name. That's my government name, Hashim Locario Smith. So a lot of people don't know Locario is my real middle name, but I just use it, Mr. Locario, as my pen name. But my real middle name is Locario. So you know. Jay, you said who's the photographer? My dude Miles. Miles is a photographer. He took those pictures. So if anybody needs some professional headshots, go to pavionphoto.com. Go to pavionphoto.com. You said, what does Locario mean? I have no idea. I should look that shit up. I know what Hashim means. Hashim means destroyer of evil. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on with Locario? This is Chaka from CT.
What's going on with you, bro?
Chillin', man. A quick question. Like, school is back. And I was curious, like, like how you have a bunch of girls in your class and it's like a smaller lecture since, like, I'm in senior year. To have a class like, with like a bunch of people. Would you recommend, like, taking it, like, observing people a little bit more? Because there's been a couple chicks who I thought I was going to get a problem with, but, like, they've been with the shits, but there's been a couple chicks, like, who I wasn't really keeping in the beginning, that be coming around. I wasn't too sure, like, should I pump the brakes a little bit, or, like, just try to do my thing and just not even worry about it?
So you're saying that in school, should you go in heavy or fall back and observe and then go in?
Like in my class.
Right. I mean...
so, like, it's like a class of, like, 20 people.
Right. I mean, it all depends on how you want to do it, because, there's no, like specific way that's going to be better. I mean, it both has its pros and cons. So, like, if you go in, you understand, and because everything is, like, fresh right now, you know what I'm saying? So you sort of could just, like, go in and really, get that fresh start, meaning, the girls don't really know you as much. You understand? So that could have its advantages. But then you could fall back so you could sort of see how the girls are, feel them out a little bit before you make your move. You feel what I'm saying? And then so you could probably pick the best chick or the chick that seems the most cooperative, whatever. You see what I mean? So it all depends on how you want to do it. But I would say, you know, don't just focus on the chicks in your class. If you got a big ass school, there's so much other women. You know what I'm saying? You could holler at chicks in the class, holler at chicks in other classes, wherever. You know what I'm saying? So I would say don't focus just on that. But you know, I would just say, you know, as what you should do just in general is make sure that whatever you're doing with the girls, you're just consistent with it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is, if you talk to one girl, don't treat her like differently than you treat another chick. You feel what I'm saying? Because because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be on some on some cool, calm, and collected shit with this one girl, and then you end up talking to some other girl and you start simping for her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't do none of that shit. You have to keep that shit consistent, because your consistency is the key. Your consistency is the thing that's going to make you more attractive to these women. Because what you got to understand is women look for stability in men. You see what I mean? So that stability is the thing that's attractive. If you're sort of wishy-washy, or you're sort of at the whim of the woman, that makes you seem like a beta male. You understand? When you're an alpha male, you're just you're just doing you, period. You don't give a fuck about what they gonna think about it. You don't give a fuck about what this other person gonna think. This is what I do. You feel what I'm saying? So you're either gonna take it or leave it. That's it. You understand? So and that's the thing, that when you do that, girls start gravitating to you more, because they see that you're that type of dude. You're the type of dude who's not scared to really actually, make shit happen. You understand?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Because it was the chicks I was really trying to push up on. As I really did care what that said, but the ones I was like falling back on, those were like the ones who been like, I would say, I was playing like the cool, calm, and collected thing with them. I was really like trying to fuck with them. I'm like, he's come over here, something new. Come over here, but the other chicks, I'll be like trying to push up on them, see what's good.
Right.
But yeah, that's really true. I see why I'm getting like different reactions. But the other ones, I was just like going a little bit too hard for it. The other ones, I was just like, come over here, like setting the tempo, setting the pace.
Right.
So last question would be like, how would you recommend just like pulling that off, for everything? It's just like certain chicks that I really, really want. It seems like I lose my composure.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta get out your head with that shit, man. Because the thing is that the reason why you're losing your composure is because you're putting that girl on a pedestal, and this is what I mean by your attitude towards women has to have it has to be the same in general. There has to be a specific basis of how you treat these girls. Now, once you start getting into a situation where, let's say, a girl is your girlfriend, or you've been fucking with a girl for a long time, and she's proven to you that she's worth being treated in a different way, meaning you can give her extra special privileges because she actually has benefited you in some way, or she kept it real with you for a while, then you can, switch up stuff a little bit just for her specifically. But when you first starting out, you talking to these girls in your school, any of these girls or whatever, treat them all the same. Don't, treat the girl that you think is a 10 the same way you would treat the girl that you think is a 2. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning you have the same energy all across the board. You feel what I'm saying? So when you talk to that hot girl, just like how you probably will be comfortable talking to a girl who you think is a 2 or a 3, because you're probably not really trying to get with her. You feel what I'm saying? You're not really nervous to talk to her, because there's no, you don't really need anything or feel like you want anything from her. So then what happens is that all you got to do is, when you're talking to that hot girl, have that same energy as if you were talking to the girl who's the 2 or the 3. It's the same shit, because then that hot girl, she's going to be looking at you like, okay, this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still wondering about him. See, what you got to understand about women is women are attracted to uncertainty. You feel what I'm saying? So if a woman is certain about you, if she knows that you want her and you're feeling her like crazy and all this other stuff, right? Then that's not going to be attractive to her in the long run. If she knows that she got you already, that's not really attractive to her.
You can do whatever.
Exactly. the thing that's really attractive to a woman is the uncertainty, because it's the thing where she says to herself, she's like, okay, this guy seems cool, you know, he seems interesting. Like there's an intrigue there, right? So the intrigue is basically her feeling you. Now, if she's feeling you, and then she's wondering if you are feeling her. So if the thing is that if you're just sweating her like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, I want you, I love you, and this and that, or you're acting real nervous around her and everything, then she sort of knows that she got you. So that intrigue isn't the same anymore. It's sort of like, okay, like whatever, like okay, the fun is gone. I'm done with this shit. But if she's uncertain about it, that gives her the opportunity to think and to wonder, and that thinking and the wondering is the thing that makes her start to like you. Because women fall for guys because of the journey of having to interact with him. Do you understand? This is why women will be like on some, I want to get to know you shit, I want to go out with you, I want to date you, I want to see you, I want to do this. So they go through all that nonsense, you know what I'm saying, to form that story of the thing that makes them really start to get emotionally attached to you, right? But if everything is just happening, to the point where you're just at her feet like you're some peasant and she's a queen, then the shit is, it's not going to go the way you expect it. You see what I mean? So,
Yeah, I feel you. All right, thanks for your call.
That's what's up, bro. All right, I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right,
peace. Yeah, people. So what's going on? I am tired as shit. I woke up mad early this morning. And I went to sleep late as shit. Crazy. What up, dude? What 212? What's going on? Shady Rady 922. What's up? Casey McLemore. Did I say your shit right? You said, where do you get the best cooperation? From cold approach in bars or online? Well, it doesn't really matter where you do it. It just matters about the actual chick if you're going to get the best cooperation. This is why I be telling guys, you got to talk to as many women as possible, because you don't really know who's going to cooperate with you. And like I did in my other video that I put on the Patreon, which all of you guys should be on, I talk about ways to get women to be influenced to cooperate with you. You understand? So man, I woke up at, what time I woke up to this morning? I woke up at like 9, but I went to sleep at like 5:45 or something like that. So I'm like tired as a motherfucker. But anyway, caller number 646-481-3901. The Alpha Mill, yeah, the Bad Boy book. That's what I was actually. That's why I actually woke up early this morning, because I woke up early. I went to the local coffee shop area, had the laptop, and I was editing the Bad Boy book. Because sometimes I got to get out the crib, to motivate me to even do it. You know what I'm saying? Because once I'm out, once I'm there, I'm focused, and I can just do that. You understand? So the Bad Boy book is coming out soon. It's going to be out before the end of this year. Hopefully. But basically the Bad Boy book is a transcription of the best Bad Boy shows. And also there's going to be new bonus audios that's going to be associated with it. So it's going to be a book and audios together. But I'll give you more information on that. What's going on? What's popping? Who's this? Yo. Oh, I guess he hung up. They hung up. They just wanted to hear the sound of my voice. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up? What up? Who's this?
Hey, yeah, man. This is John from DC. I called a few weeks ago, but it was a broad I met on the street, right?
Right.
Anyways, I got a different situation, man. So I had just came home a few months ago, right? I did some time, and I'm in this this re-entry program right now.
Right.
So they got this, they got like legal aid, and people come up you like try to like reestablish yourself. You know what I'm saying? Job training and stuff. So, anyways, one of the portions of it is getting like expungement, free expungement. You know what I'm saying? Like to erase and remove certain things from your record. So, long story short, one of the attorneys assigned to my situation is a young, fine. You know, she just fine, man. So I had actually spoke to Steve about this a couple days ago, but it was like real quick. And he suggested, man, I go ahead and bite her on the neck, man. Don't let it slip by. But my thing is, I don't know if I should like be like real direct with her or more so indirect, because remember, I don't want to potentially jeopardize the help that I receive from her, because it is important. But just to clarify, all of my legal situations have already been taken care of. This is a post-conviction, so it's not like I really had for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, so I'm just but I do want to shoot my shot with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I would suggest anytime, like in any of those situations where a chick is working, or it's one of those things where she's working with you or whatever, it's best to just let her choose. Let her choose hard, meaning you can just suggest, like, look, you talking to her, be like, hey, here's my card. If you're ever free, you want to get together and hang out, get a drink, hit me up, and then just leave it at that. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is, if she wants to do it, she's gonna holler. You feel what I'm saying? So you just let her know, like, hey, yeah, hit me up, tomorrow night or whatever. Let me know when you're free, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. So it's sort of like you throwing it out there, but you're putting it all in her hands. You see what I'm saying? That type of shit. So you don't really need to go in on the other end of the spectrum of like, let me get your number, then you trying to text her and call her and all that. Nah, let her hit you up, because if she hits you up, then everything is a go. You feel what I'm saying? And if not, then it is what it is. You see what I mean? So you don't necessarily need to worry too much about the shit, because it's not like you said all your shit is getting handled or it's pretty much done, right?
Oh yeah, all my legal situations are pretty much been satisfied. This is just like a benefit on the back end, because to have maybe potentially certain things removed from my criminal record. So I've already done my time. I pretty much paid most of my fines and everything. So I'm just looking to have fun,
Right, that's what I'm saying. And do you talk to this chick? Like, what's your conversations like with this girl? Like, what do y'all say when you interact with each other? Like, what's going on with her? Like, what's her vibe and everything?
Oh, I first met her. I met her last Monday, about 4 days ago, right, of this week. She called me to discuss, whatever she could help me out with. She called me the next day, and we spoke for about 10-15 minutes. She said, I just need your consent, so I need a little certain information from you, and we still got to have a face-to-face. And I kind of slipped it in. I said, well, if we're going to be meeting up in the afternoon, I'm going to need you to have some lunch waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of giggled and said, hey, maybe, But, that was about, it's pretty much just been professional since we, like I said, we've only just met about 4 days ago. So it's pretty much been on a professional level.
And look, you could just come at her like this. Be like, listen, I appreciate you, like everything you're doing for me and helping me out and all of that. Here's my information. Give me a call. I'll take you out to lunch or whatever, just to say thank you or some shit. You see what I mean? And so you just slip it in, and then so if she responds to that, you see what I mean? Because now you're saying it as like, yo, it's a very indirect way of doing it, because now you're just saying it as like, hey, look, I'm just, I just want to thank you for this. This is why I'm taking you out. Then if she actually comes through to see you, then you could just be like, yo, so what's good with you, blah 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? So that's all you got to really do. You know what I mean? You got to give these chicks a chance to show their hand, to put their shit out there, to actually want to make something happen. You see what I mean? So that's all you got to do. Just hit her up on some, yo, let me thank you for helping me out. Here's my information. Holler at me this weekend, and we'll we'll get some lunch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And the thing is, if she hits you up, then you good. You just going for the kill. You see what I'm saying? That's it. It ain't got to be more complicated than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have an appointment next week. I believe Monday, we do have an appointment to actually sit down. We do have to have, a face-to-face to kind of go over the last little things. And
Right.
I'm just gonna peep her vibe because I think I could benefit more at this point of her just, fulfilling these not really obligations, but just whatever the loose ends of the legal stuff that she can help me out with.
Right.
And then but in the future, or even if I see there might be I guess like a little avenue to go down, man. I'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right there, just after you get all that shit squared off, just holler at her and see what's good, and everything will be good. You feel me?
I just want to bring something back up, man. I called you a few weeks ago. I don't know if you remember about a chick I was walking, and I told her to get in the car.
Right, yeah.
So listen, you remember I didn't get her number, I didn't give her mine. I basically just told her, have a good day, just go ahead and be about your way, man. I seen her like 3 days later, man.
Oh, word.
And she just, man, this chick, she just into, she just drink, smoke. She just into all them things, which I'm just, it's a total turn off to me, man. So
right.
I just can't even do it, man. But I mean, she physically is still like, man, you arouse, you want, what I'm saying. But I just pretty much, I turned myself off with that. So I'm just, but it's just crazy how things just come back around.
Right, right. Well, I mean, you probably, look at it this way. You probably dodged the bullet because maybe if you'd have fucked with her, some bullshit would have happened. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, most definitely, man. And I know you had highlighted that to me the first time I called.
Right, right. So yeah. So sometimes you gotta be careful with some of these chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too that I think a lot of guys don't understand is that when you're dealing with girls, you gotta always keep your eye on them, and you gotta always be on some. It's like because this is the thing. This is some real shit that dudes gotta understand. The reason why most guys get into a lot of bullshit with women is because they interact with women as if women aren't manipulative. Do you understand what I'm saying? And women are manipulative by nature because they have to be. So it's not even necessarily a bad thing, but that's just how they are. Because see, the fact that women aren't physically as strong as us, in order for them to get what they want from us or whatever, they have to, do it through manipulation, through their mind. They have to be mentally clever. You see what I'm saying? So they're always trying to test you and see how you're going to react to certain different things to see or figure out the type of guy you are so that they can figure out what they can and can't get away with when it comes to you. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when you deal with a chick, you got to keep your eye on them because you got to see what type of shit they trying to pull on you. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes, where guys will say, okay, I'm with this chick and she chose me. It's like, okay, cool, she's choosing. But sometimes you got to step back and say, okay, she's choosing, but why is she choosing? What's up with that? So I'm not saying be paranoid. I'm just saying keep your eyes open. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's gonna save you from a lot of ridiculous situations you could potentially get yourself in when you're dealing with women. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
man.
Crazy.
And I know I was real hungry, man, because like I said, I just came home. I was on a period of house arrest. They took I wasn't able to drive for a little while, so I really couldn't get out the house as much.
Right.
So when I do get out, I'm like all over the place, So now, man, I just see that there's bigger and better things down the road than me just trying to stick one of these young chicks, man. Cause she was even younger than what I thought. I thought she was about 22, but come to find out she was only 19.
Oh damn,
and,
19. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Them youngins.
But
woo! I'm scared of them. I always tell guys I like my chicks with wrinkles in their face, man, just to be sure. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey man, listen, man, you come to DC, man, you'll see some of these young girls with wrinkles on their face because they just burnt out, man.
Got the young girls with the wrinkles on their
man,
face.
They just doing all kind of crazy unorthodox things, man. It's terrible.
Right. Now I feel you, man. But yeah, you just gotta keep an eye open on these chicks. You feel me?
Hey man, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna hold anybody else up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back and just watch the rest of the show, man.
All right, man. I'm holler at you. All right, peace.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. You gotta be careful with these women, man. Crazy. But what up? Who else we got in the building? Woodrow Morgan, what's good? Owen, you said, did you get my donation? When did you donate? You donate to the Patreon or just to PayPal? Or would you donate? Okay, I think I got your donation to the Patreon if that's you. Alright, let me see. And I appreciate the donation. What's poppin'? Who's this? What's going on?
What's going on? This is Farrell from Oakland.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Been cool, man. Just been going out lately, you know, taking your advice.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, holler at these hoes and shit like that.
That's what's up.
But I was wondering, I had a question. Pretty much, like, when you exchange numbers, you give a female number, she hits you back that same night at a club or bar. I know the ultimate goal is to fuck. But what happens if you don't fuck them that night? Do you charge them bitches to the game, or you hit them up to see what's good? Like, from my experience, it's usually dead after that night. Right. I don't know.
So you're saying if you get a chick's number, and they hit you up that night, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like I'll give them my number. I'll give them the number, and then they'll text me or whatever, and like, you know, I'll try to set something up. But at the same time, like, if it can't happen that night, like, from my experience, it's usually dead after that.
Well, that's the thing.
And
like,
what do you?
Well, it's not necessarily dead, but it most likely will be dead. This is why I tell guys, if you meet a chick and, you know, you get the opportunity to do it that night, then it's best to try to do it that night. So if she texts you back or something, let's say you got the information and she hits you up and it's feasible for you to go see her, I would say do it that night, because that's when she's ready. You feel what I'm saying? That's when she's thinking about it. She wants it now, right? Now, if you try to hit her up, you know, the next day or a few days later, she might not be in that same mood. You feel what I mean? And then it sort of dissipates. So this is why I tell guys, I always say you got to strike while the pussy is hot, because when they're ready to do it. This is why dudes sometimes they be at clubs and shit and they be fucking the girls in the bathroom. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're ready to do it now. And it's like, if you wait later on, then it might not happen. Now, waiting doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to happen, but a lot of times when you're in those specific situations where she's really horny, she's really ready at the time, you got to make sure that you try to do it, if you can, at that day or that night or whatever it is. You see what I mean?
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if it can't happen that night, like, if I try to make it happen and then, like, they living out the way, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Is it kind of dead after that? Like, since it can't happen that night?
Yeah, sometimes it's dead. Sometimes it is dead. That's the thing that sucks. Sometimes it's dead, but it's not always dead. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it doesn't mean that, like, so what I'm saying is, if you don't get to hit that night, I wouldn't say don't try to hit her up. Don't try to, like, because I don't want you to think, like, damn, I got her number, but, you know, I was trying to make it happen tonight, but it didn't happen, so I'm going to just not call her. Nah, still try to call her and see what's going on and see if you can see her the next day or whatever. But I'm just saying that a lot of times it might not happen because the moment is past. You understand? But there are some times where a chick is really, really, really feeling you, where she'll still come and see you. Because I've had times like that. I had times where, you know, I should have smashed that night and I didn't. And then I tried to hit her up, you know. Like, I had this one chick a while ago. I was at this spot, we talking, we kissing and shit and all this other stuff. This chick, and see, I'm just being real, like, relaxed with this shit. I ain't even, because I could have probably took her somewhere and did some shit. But she was like, oh, you get me all horny. And she's like, I just want your dick in my mouth right now. Like, she's telling me all of this shit. So I could have just, like, probably snuck her somewhere in the bathroom and did the shit, right? But I was just, like, chilling, and she was with her girlfriend, and her girlfriend was kind of, like, around and acting goofy. So I was just chilling, kissing this girl. So I said, look, let me get your number. I'll just, you know, we'll just see each other this weekend. So she's like, make sure you call me. You know, you better call me, blah, blah, blah. I want to see you. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to call you. I call this chick, man, and she's like, oh, you know, I was thinking, you know, it's because you're married. I was kind of thinking, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, and yada, yada, yada. So now the fucking moment is passed. You feel what I'm saying? And I didn't get to do it because the moment's passed. You see what I mean? So,
and does does that apply to all ages? Like, was it a younger bitch or was it like an older? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does
No,
that
it's all ages, because you got to understand something. Women, it don't matter what age she is. It's because women a lot of times is really about the moment, but also it's about how they feel. So if a girl's really really feeling you, that feeling she has for you can carry over, to the next few days or whatever it is. You understand? But a lot of times it's really about, like, being in that moment. You understand? Because if you're not in that moment, it sort of dissipates a lot of time. So again, most of the time it might not happen if it's not that moment. But a lot of times there's other times where you can still make it go down. You see what I mean? But see, what I want to tell you and I want to tell other guys is there's also a difference between you being at the club or the bar and trying to fuck a chick and it not happening that night and it dissipates. There's a difference between that and actually going on a date with a girl. You understand? I want to make this clear. So if you meet a chick, let's say you meet a chick at a bar and y'all ain't really doing nothing you're not really like being all super sexual or whatever. Y'all just talking, and maybe let's say you get her number and you leave because you're on your way to do something or she got to do something, whatever. And then you say, yeah, I'll give you a call. We should get together. And then you call her up and y'all go on a date. You understand? And let's say you could go on like 2 dates or 3 dates and then smash her. You understand? And have sex with her, and she'll still follow through on those dates or whatever, right? Now that's different than you meeting a girl at a nightclub or a bar and y'all dancing and you rubbing up on her ass, she's grabbing your dick, y'all kissing, and she wants to fuck you that night, right? Because what happens is that her energy and her sexual energy at that moment is so high that she wants to do it then. Now what happens is if it doesn't happen then, that sexual energy dissipates and goes a little bit down. And then what happens is almost like she comes to her senses. Now she's not as high on that sexual energy as she was before. And sometimes women feel a little bit embarrassed about what they did with you the night before. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you hadn't smashed, even if y'all was just making out, she's like, oh man, I was like all over this guy yesterday and blah, blah, blah. So that, again, will cause her sometimes to not return your calls or for her to ignore your calls because now she feels like she sort of made herself look like a slut in front of you. You see what I'm saying? And which is partly why you don't get it later on. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Now I hear you. And I have another question. It was a female that I exchanged numbers with. After I got her number, whatever, one of her friends kept on choosing. She kept looking back, whatever. Right. How do you feel about like talking to her other friends that's in the group? Like, do you do it anyways, or do you like keep it moving? Like, cause it might fuck up like the situation with the other females.
Oh, you talking about like if you get one girl's information but then her friend seems like she's choosing or she's flirting with you, should you also holler at her friend too?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, it depends. Like if you're in a situation where you got a little bit more information about the girls, like let's say those chicks are like, just on some, like they're not really, like let's say for example, because me, I go to a lot of events where there'll be like people who are just open. They're polygamous. They're not about that whole monogamy shit or none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't really matter. I could go and holler at this girl. I can go holler at her friend, and it don't even make a difference. Now, in the regular sort of like average everyday situation, it's usually going to be harder to do that because if you get this girl's number, but her friend was still sort of checking for you or maybe even flirting with you a little bit, right? The fact that you got the first girl's number, the first girl probably will talk about you to the friend, and now it's going to be difficult for you to even really make anything happen with the other girl because you already sort of started talking to this girl. You see what I mean? So and especially if they're like best friends and all of that, it's going to be hard to pull that shit off. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be difficult.
Her friend was making it obvious that because my partner was with me. She was like, "Hey, man," she kept looking back at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the one I talked to. It was her. You know what I'm saying? It was her friend.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So she was just looking back. She kept looking back, taking glances. I'm like, oh, I was thinking like, should I just say something to her and just try to see what's up with her?
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, the only way I would say that it could probably work out in certain situations is, let's say if you saw that the friend by herself in another situation, let's say you ran into her or something, then maybe you could, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you could sort of finesse something in that way. But with them together and them both being there, and then you hollering at her and you hollering at the other girl, it's usually not going to work out as like you expect. You know what I'm saying? Because women, they have huge egos. They want to feel special and all that other goofy shit. So by you trying to holler at her and hollering at her friend, it's going to make it hard for anything to go down. You see what I mean? So, you know.
It's pretty much, you gotta feel it out. You gotta feel out the vibe.
Right. Definitely.
Nice.
You feel me?
Hey man, I know people blowing you up right now, but I got one last thing to ask you about.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Today, like, it was it's a bitch I've been dealing with. You know, we've just been on some, like, you know, on some fuck shit or whatever. She'll come through, she'll buy some food or whatever. She's been buying shit for me or whatever. And then I kind of let her know, like, hey, I'm not really trying to get into no serious shit. You know, I'm just chilling. And I kind of let her know, like, if I were to get in a relationship, it would be an open relationship. Just to let her know, like, I'm gonna be fucking up bitches. I told her straight up, I'll be fucking up bitches. Mm. And she was kind of like, but you know, she basically accepted it. She's been fucking with me ever since this past few months.
Right.
But like today, she hit me up on, like, she sent me like a paragraph of text and blowing me up and shit like that, saying that, you know, she seen that I was on some type of, like, on Tinder or some shit like that, and
right.
She was just all mad about it, and she was just all like in her feelings and shit like that. So I just, you know, I told the bitch, like, hey, like, she was just mad, like, I'm gonna get mine. She bought like a fire shit. And I was like, all right, you can take it, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was just all mad in her feelings. Well, like, how do you deal with the situation? Because right now she's kind of like getting a little crazy.
Well, that's the thing. You just gotta remind her that this is what she signed up for. You understand? And then and let her know you giving her the actual, you know, chance to not mess up again. Because what you could do, you could just kick it to the curb at this moment and be like, look, you acting up, I'm out. But you can say, look, this is what you signed up for. This is what it is, and if this happens again, I'm gonna just have to keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, you know, don't give into her stuff, because giving into what she's saying and how she's acting is going to validate how she's acting. You see what I mean? So you don't see.
Yeah, and I told her straight. I told her straight, like, from the beginning. Like, I told her straight. I told her like, why are you confused? I told you straight up from the beginning what it was. And then she was all like, oh, you know how I feel about you. Why would you? You know, she was all in her feelings.
Right.
And then she was all like, the stuff that she bought for me, she wanted back. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Cool. You know what? I'm cool. Like, you could take it. Just. I don't want to deal with you. I just cut it off. Right. But then she's like, I want it now. I want it at this time. Like, I'm like, hey, look, like, I'm gonna be at work. I'm not gonna be home. So I want her to come to my place or whatever, just because I don't want that drama. So I told her let's meet somewhere. And she was like, nah. I'm at home. Like, you know, she's not really big. I think she's just mad. She's doing it just out of spite.
Right. But again, you got to make sure that you're not letting any of that shit get to you, or make sure you don't start switching this shit up for her. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, but no, most definitely.
Right, because that's what we talking about. That's the topic of the show today. Of you know, never negotiate with these chicks. Like, don't switch your whole shit up and all this other stuff for her, because you told her, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. She said cool, and now this is what it is. So she gotta either deal with it, or you gonna have to kick it to the curb. You see what I mean?
Shit, I'm kicking this bitch to the curb. Like that.
You know what I mean? And then you just find you another one that's really, you know, down with the program. You feel me?
Yep, you already know. Hey, man, Locario, I appreciate the game, man. I'll be watching your shows.
That's what's up.
And I actually made a donation.
That's what's up. Appreciate
a couple weeks
it, man.
ago. I'm gonna keep supporting you, man.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, man. I'm out at you, man. Peace. All right, man. These people keep calling me every time I'm doing the show, man. Why? Why? Anyway, so what's going on, people? What is going on? What is going on? Crazy. But yeah, you know, you guys got to make sure that you are not switching up your shits for these chicks. Ever. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for donating to the joining the Patreon. We got some subscribers popping off, and someone, because I see this all on my phone, I'm looking at my notifications, and someone just bought the hard copy of this book. Somebody just bought a hard copy, so make sure you guys get the hard copy. Don't sleep. This shit is off the fucking hook. So somebody just bought that, so appreciate that. Appreciate you guys supporting. You feel me? Felipe Francisco, you said, what's the highest amount of girls you had on your team? At one time, maybe like eight or nine. And that shit was crazy. I always suggest if you're gonna have, the nice, place to be is around maybe like 3 chicks. 4, is if you want to do a little extra, but yeah, like 3 to 4 is good. You feel what I'm saying? My chew upstairs, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Donate. Kenwood Drive, he said you cut this girl off for not giving you the pussy on the first date. Was you wrong for that? Well, it depends on the context. It depends on the context. If you on a date with this chick and you were creating sexual tension and she was basically acting like she don't want to do anything with you, because it's not necessarily where she has to have sex with you, but if she's acting like she didn't want to do anything with you, like she was totally not into you sexually, then yeah, cut her off. You understand? But I think it would if she was showing interest, but she didn't necessarily have sex with you that night, then you could have, seen her another day and had sex with her. Dude, what 212 you said? Why do women say, "Wait right here, I'll be back" in the club/bar when the conversation's going well? Well, usually what happens is either one of their girlfriends or somebody they know came in and they saw somebody they know they want to talk to. Also, a lot of times too is that these girls, we got to remember, they still want attention. So even though they're getting attention from you and you're having a conversation and everything, you might, she's just getting attention from you. You understand? But she came to the club, she came looking all, sexy or whatever it is. So she wants to walk around, dance, have all these eyes on her at this moment. So she'll be like, oh, I'll be back, because she wants to, spread that shit around. You see what I'm saying? Gregory Allen, you said, how can you buy the hard copy of the book? So I have the link below the video. I'm going to have the link below the video. Or just go to MrLocario.com, go on the store page, and then click on the How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day page. And then when you scroll all the way down, it's going to have the ebook version and the hard copy version. And you just click and purchase the hard copy version. And that's it. And then I will mail it out to you. And they're autographed. So you get autographed copies of these. They're autographed. All right? Rich Joe, you said it's hard out here for niggas. Poti Robinson, what's good? You said, because of me, you're getting better at talking to girls. You're still a little shy, but a lot better than how you were a few months ago. That's what's up, man. So you got to just keep doing what you got to do. You got to keep doing your thing. Kenwood Drive, you need to relax, bro. You can't can't be doing all that shit. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see who you got. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hello.
Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey. This is the boy Davis from Atlanta.
What's going on?
What's going on? All right, I have two questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
What are the red flags for like a long distance relationship?
So you said, what's the red flags for a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, what are the red flags when you are actually like in the long distance relationship? Like, what are some red flags that she might be doing?
Yeah, like we in a relationship right now. Like, what are like signs and like way she act like should be like deal breakers?
Well, the thing
Shit like that.
is, you know, long distance relationships are hard as fuck. So usually, what people try to do is with long distance relationships is they try to, you know, you might text or call or Skype each other at a specific time, you know, and check in with each other and all this other stuff. So basically, it's more so like, you know, if she's not being consistent with when she's supposed to call you or hit you up, you know what I'm saying? Or and she starts coming up with more excuses as to why she can't, you know, like, oh, I something ran late, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, because that means she's fucking with some other dude. So are you in a long distance relationship?
Yeah, right now, yeah. And like this the thing too, like I had like I'm on campus, so I had like mad hoes hitting my line and shit. And like I haven't been dubbing them, I just like keep them on the side, you know what I mean, just in case, you know.
Right.
Some shit happens.
Right. And wait, how long you been with this girl?
Shoot, we made it official for like a good 3 months, but like we've been talking ever since like January.
And how old are you?
Shit, I'm 20.
You 20 and you in college and you in a long distance relationship. Is that what you say?
I know. But
what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What's going on?
Yo.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, like, this shawty right here. This shawty right here, like, she did a lot. Like,
She
like,
what?
She put a whole bunch of bread. Like, she did a lot. Like, she spent a lot of bread on me and shit.
Right.
Taking me out. And, like,
so,
like, out of all the girls I dealt with, if I fuck with, you know what I mean?
Right. So.
And she like the dopest one I met.
So couldn't you still fuck with her but fuck with other chicks and tell her, yo, we just gonna be, you know, dating, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do you, I'm gonna do me. When I see you, we gonna hook up and get together. And then when I don't see you, you know, it is what it is. Like, why do you want to? I'll ask you this: Are you enjoying your long distance relationship?
For the most part, yeah. Until like I said, certain red flags, like.
And what's the red flag she's doing? What is she doing?
Okay, so like you know, iPhones and shit, they send you like the location, so you can see where they at all the time and shit.
Right.
So she came out of nowhere like, hey yo, I want you to trust me. Here's my location. Da da da. So I bet, cool. Yeah, I wasn't really as totally even thinking about that shit, so I bet. So, but you know, when me and her were just talking like in January, when we just like cool conversation shit. She had like some niggas in the past. I understand. That's all females is 2017. So that. So thing that gets me like that like fucked me up sometimes. Like she asked me like, hey yo, dude asked me to hang out with him to the movies. I'm like, okay, bet. Like, okay, like what's this nigga to you? Like, he a cool friend? Like, what's up? Oh, we used to fuck around last year. And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
wait. So she said, hold on. So she said some dude who she used to fuck around with asked her to go to the movies. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then she asked me like, is it okay to? Yeah.
You see, this is dude. This is what I'm saying. Like, and you say y'all been seeing each other for 3 months.
Yeah.
Man, listen, this shit is so new and fresh. It don't even make sense for y'all to be. Cause see, I don't like to tell dudes to to not be in relationships. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you 20 years old and you in college right now, right?
Yeah.
Do you live on campus?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So you in college and you live on campus, and you doing a long distance relationship with this chick who's telling you that some dude she used to fuck with is asking her out on dates.
Yeah.
Dude, first of all,
not too recent, but like a month ago.
Nah, but this is what I'm saying. First of all, why is your girlfriend asking you if she can hang out with other dudes?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know right there. That's the red flag right there. You see what I'm saying?
Period.
So
True.
So what I would say in where do you live? Where you live at?
Atlanta.
So you in Atlanta, and where she's at?
New York.
Oh, is she in New York? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
But like things with like
you can't have a
hometown,
you know I live in New York, right? You know I live in New York, right?
What you say?
I said I live in New York though. What if I ran into her and started?
No, the other side, western side, New York.
Okay, I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, yo, you got to understand, man. Like, first of all, let me. I'm not telling you what to do because I don't want to tell you to not be with your girl or whatever it is. I'm just giving you some things to think about, right? Okay, you're young. You're 20 years old.
Right.
You in college around a whole bunch of other college women, and I'm sure are there other chicks that be trying to like flirt with you and all that other stuff and holler at you?
Hell yeah, like I said, like I like to be honest, for this past month I probably had like 10 shawties.
And did you smash any of them?
Nah, but
see, you fucking up.
No, I choose not to. I choose not to.
Yo,
but
so
I still got them on the back burner. I still got them like set. Like if anything happens, I can hit them.
Dude. Listen, I'm just saying, you gotta listen to this. You're 20 years old. You're in college, surrounded by other women who's choosing, and that's one side of the spectrum. The other side of the spectrum is you have a girl in a long distance relationship hitting you up, asking you, is it okay for her to go and see some other dude? You see what I'm saying? Is at this point, you know, what I would say is the most beneficial thing to do that would probably be for you is, I'm sure you like this girl. So I would say y'all need to have a talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that whole thing of her hitting you up, that's like, she shouldn't have had to even hit you up, because if everything was, you know, how it's supposed to be, she would have told dude, I got a man and I ain't going to no movies with you. You feel me? So
true, like facts, yeah.
You see what I mean? So that already is like that. So I would say,
and then that's a fact too. Since then we had that talk, like I said it straight. Ever since then, like ever since that point on, like she hasn't been like, her girls, let's go out. She's like, no, I ain't going. I want to talk to my dude and shit like that. And she be staying in. And then ever since then, she cut up all the niggas and shit like that. From what I know of, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, she cooperated from that point. So like, that was the only red flag I seen. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that shit had me thinking. Like, that's what too. Like, hey, yo, like, you want to be in a relationship? Like, what's good? Like, I feel like, you know, I lay that wood on her good and sex. Like, so I feel like at that point, she wanted to be, like, she was really like in love with me and shit at the time. But now it's distance, but she a woman, her hormones, all that shit. So that's what I'm saying. I asked her straight up before you got together, like, are you willing to be celibate until I come back? And she keep replying yes. I'm like, I'm gonna give you a chance to be open. You know what I mean? And it's not like, you know, I'm not
and let me ask you this. What do you want to do? Like, what's your thoughts on the whole situation? Like do you like, be honest, do you want to have a girlfriend, or do you want to, you know, smash these other girls in your school or whatever? Do you want both? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
Like, I want a relationship, but it been times when like shit, like when I think back on like when she say shit like that, I'm like contemplating like, yo, and it's some way better. And I'm like, yo.
And why? And my question to you is why do you want the girlfriend type of relationship with this chick, or just in general? Why do you want it?
To be honest, it's just I don't know. I feel like she's the most dope out of all the females I fuck with. She probably been the most like interesting, all that shit, like all around, like.
Right, but what I'm saying is, could you could still be with her without it being exclusive though? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
this is the reason why I'm saying this is because it just you just gotta understand this aspect of it, is that you and her doing this long distance thing. You feel what I'm saying? That in the fact that you're doing a long distance thing, y'all both young. How old is she?
She's 21.
Right, so y'all both basically same age. Y'all both young. You're doing a long distance thing, and y'all you're already thinking about red flags and shit that she might be doing and whatever. So what's gonna happen is usually, most likely if y'all keep going the way y'all go, you're gonna end up breaking up and shit ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Because either you're not gonna trust her, she's not gonna trust you. You might end up fucking with some other chick, or she's gonna fuck with some other dude, and then you're gonna end up breaking up, and it's gonna be over. Now, look at the flip side is if you say, yo, I'm feeling you, you feeling me, let's chill, be together without it having to be this big expectation type of shit. Because then what happens is that if she doing her thing and you doing your thing, and then when y'all come together, y'all do y'all thing, then y'all can still be together, versus y'all are in a situation right now that seems like it could potentially go left and you'll end up not being together and not seeing each other. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you something to think about, because right now, the fact that, because I understand you saying, damn, well, this chick, she's cool, she's this, she's that, and yeah, she could be all these things or whatever, and you could have her as your main chick, you feel what I'm saying? But right now, the fact that you're so young, you feel what I mean, and you in college, you're in this position, you need to just be exploring and understanding yourself a little bit more through doing things you actually want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because even though you're saying that you want this girl as your girlfriend, right now you're talking, the thought process that you're having right now is not in a healthy relationship mode, because you're thinking about red flags already, and it's only been 3 months. You feel what I'm saying? So, you gotta just you got some stuff to think about. But I would say, my personal opinion, I would say, look, man, go have fun, still chill with the chick, tell her, yo, we still gonna be cool, but we gotta be realistic with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because y'all got a few things that's gonna make it hard for you. You're young, and it's long distance. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a thing. So y'all gotta really like have a talk and see what you could do, because and I would say, if you do have that talk, let her know, be like, look, I'm feeling you, I want to see you, but I want to be realistic and see what we could do and what we could make happen. Because that whole thing of some dude you used to fuck with trying to take you out on dates, that's, what I'm saying, like, and the thing is, if y'all was right, and the thing is, if y'all was just chilling and just seeing each other, then that wouldn't be an issue. She could go or to the movies and fuck with whoever, because y'all aren't on that together shit. You see what I mean? So it all depends on how you want to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
All right, question. So why about bring that conversation about, okay, we have an open relationship, like, cool is that, and she don't want to do that. Like she said, fuck that. Like, nah.
Well, that's the chance you got to take, bro. That's the game right there, because it's the thing. you either do that or you be have all this anxiety worrying about if she cheating on you or not. You feel what I'm saying? Which it seems like she's in the direction of doing. You feel what I'm saying? So, and not even that, you could probably gonna end up cheating on her because you are surrounded by all these women and all this other shit. I'm telling you, long distance relationships are the hardest thing to do because, part of communication is nonverbal. So you have to be there with the person to interact with them, and you understand what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard for that to go down. So, but also, when would you be even seeing this chick? Like, what's the do y'all come see each other every week, every month? Like, what's the timeline? Like, how do y'all see each other?
To be honest, so she's my hometown. I always go back to New York, whole summer, Thanksgiving, a whole Christmas break, spring break, all that shit. So every time I see her, we always meet at least 3 weeks at a time, and then I dip off, do my thing.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I say if she's a cool chick, still stick with her. But I would say y'all both need to sort of ease up on the whole, it's just on some super monogamy shit at this moment because y'all both young. It's y'all long distance. That shit's gonna be crazy. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay. So also too. So in a long distance relationship, what actions can I have to speed off would be okay? Now she's okay, she cheating, she's flexing.
Say it again. Say that again.
So what? So we saying in the future, what actions will she show, knowing that let me know okay, she's doing her own thing, she cheating without even saying just flexing, what how she act?
Right. Well, basically, like I said, if she's not hitting you up, like she should be, if she's hitting you up to let you know, oh, I went and hung out with some guy friend and all this other dumb shit, all of that type of stuff is gonna be showing that she's doing some other shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's the thing, because with the long distance thing, it's sort of like the communication is the most important thing. So if the communication seems like it's becoming less and less, or it's inconsistent, then that's usually because some shit is popping off. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So so that's what it is, bro.
Thanks so much, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, man. Just you young man, do your thing, bro. Don't get tied down in this motherfucker. You feel me?
All right,
man. I'm hollering.
Keep doing your thing too.
All right, bro. Peace. Man, that's crazy, man. Y'all be wifing up these chicks and y'all in college, and Jesus, that's crazy. Crazy. Alright. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, what's good? Big Ace from Chicago.
What up? What's going on?
Shit, man. Just following up with you on my progress. Everything good with you?
Everything's good. What's up with you, though?
Shit, man. Hey, man, what do you think about dealing with females at work?
I mean, I've talked about that a million times. I always say, if you're gonna deal with a chick at work, make sure you holler at her outside the work environment. And I talk about that in this book, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. I have a whole chapter on how to fuck with chicks at your job. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that. Let me show you guys on the screen. Hold on, so you see what I'm talking about here. So I have a whole chapter where it says how to have sex with your coworker. You feel what I'm saying? So it tells you all that shit. But yeah, but just in general, I would say that you gotta figure out how much you like your job, because you can get in a situation where you know what I mean, where you can end up losing your job over trying to holler at chicks.
You already gave me the answer.
Right.
I'm gonna lay back.
Right. So
hey, but check this out though. What do you think about the alpha, the black females? Do you think they're more alpha than the white females?
Wait, say that again?
do you think like black females are more alpha than like white females? Because I've been running into some sisters. They're real rough.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing about alpha females is that the alpha female is the most submissive female. You understand? People get this confused. They think the alpha female is some rough, domineering type of chick. You feel what I mean? The alpha female is submissive. The alpha, they confuse it and they try to make the alpha female like the alpha male. The alpha male is very dominant and aggressive. They think the alpha female is the same thing. No, the alpha female is the opposite, which is more submissive. You see what I'm saying? Beta females are dominant, and some of them are omega. Those are like the ones that are, you know, the least desired. So if a chick is domineering and aggressive and all of that, she's beta. You know what I mean? But as far as, you know, like answering your question, right? You have like white women and black women or whatever, and usually you're gonna have more white women who are gonna be more submissive depending on who they're dealing with, but you're gonna have more black women who will be a little bit more, and this is generally, who are gonna be a little bit more aggressive, but it's usually a result of white supremacy, which is why that shit is the way it is. You see what I'm saying? Because white girls, they live a certain existence where they can afford to be like chill and relaxed and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a whole different dynamic. You see what I mean? They ain't like playing mad music out the fucking.
That Willie Lynch shit too, though.
What's that again?
What is that Willie Lynch shit too?
Oh yeah, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're more rough. They've been made to be independent.
Right. And so what happens is that, you know, like the way that the society is set up, this is why you have, and this is the thing, like you're gonna always have, like the way the society is, where it's set up to where, you know, there's sort of like emasculated black men, so then therefore you have black women who feel like they have to be more masculine. You see what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a balance of masculine and feminine. Now, even with white women, if you notice, you see a lot of white dudes who fuck with Asian women, because to them Asian women are more submissive than white women. You see what I'm saying? So like a man always wants the most submissive chick. You see what I'm saying? But the way that they are, as far as how submissive they are, depends on, you know, societal structures and societal, you know, norms or whatever, and it has to do with, you know, how they've been brought up, how they've been socialized, all this other stuff, and then also the type of guy who they're, you know, interacting with. You see what I'm saying?
Right, because I noticed that, like, even the Filipinos, they're like white dudes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the Spaniards went over there and conquered that. Right. They also like brothers, but you know, you gotta pick. You know, you gotta really pick these females, because I mean, the sisters are fine and all, but the attitudes. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's why the reason why the brothers go a lot for the white girls, because the white girls are, you know, they're more calm and cool to deal with. You know
right. Well, yeah, that happens a lot, because, you know, a man at the end of the day, he wants the fucking the you know, he wants the situation that's going to be least resistance. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that happens a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely.
All right, cool. Hey man, you've been dropping some game with Steve the Dean though.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have the Steve the Dean show right after this. So whoever's watching this, make sure you go to Steve the Dean's channel, subscribe, because we're gonna have the dating advice hour at 6:00 Eastern. So we're gonna make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, all right,
brother. Take care, man. Much love.
All right, man. I'm holler at you. Peace. Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on, people? Felipe Francisco, what's good? You said, why are so many young dudes adamant about relationships and marriage? What do you mean? I mean, well, the young guys, they just, you know, some of them, they don't, they're still falling for the okie doke. They still, they've been conditioned heavy. You feel me? Yo, what's going on? Who's this? What's poppin'? Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, what's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Bobby.
What's going on?
What's up, man? I had a question. This is more for when like you have a girl. I know you got your wife. So how should a guy handle the situation? Like, let's say your girl has some friends, right? And these chicks are the kind of chicks that are like some whole ass chicks that be disrespectful with their own man, right?
Right.
And then they be getting in fights in public with their own man, and they be talking disrespectful to her man, right? And then your girl is around her, and this hoe is influencing your girl to like get out of pocket.
Right. So you
talking crazy to her about, is there a time that you gotta check her friend, and kind of how we handle that kind of situation?
Well, see, what you gotta understand is that your influence on your girl has to be more prevalent. You see what I'm saying? Because if your influence on your girl was stuck, then the bullshit her girlfriends is saying wouldn't even stick to her. You see what I'm saying? So that means that a lot of times what happens in those situations is your influence on your girl isn't as strong or as tight as it should be, because if it was, she wouldn't be really getting influenced by her friends like that. Now the thing is, she'll maybe this situations will she'll sort of like listen to what they're saying, but she's not really taking it too seriously, because it's almost like she knows better through the fact that you upgraded her mind. You see what I'm saying? But now that you're in a situation like this, what happens is that if she's being extremely influenced by her friends or whatever, you understand? You definitely got to check her on it, but at the same time, you got to make sure that the stuff that you're saying is instilled in her. You see what I mean? But this is why I always tell guys, a lot of this shit happens from the beginning. You feel what I mean?
Right.
A lot of this shit you're supposed to be doing from jump, because once you do it from jump, it starts to be ingrained throughout the relationship, so that one of her friends or whatever can't come through and sort of get her to think a certain thing. Because you gotta understand that when you have a certain type of knowledge, or when you understand certain things, other things aren't going to make sense to you, or not necessarily make sense, but you don't fall for certain things because you know better. You feel what I'm saying? So your girl has to know better, and she's gonna know better through you. She's not gonna know better through her female friends, because they don't know no better, because they don't got a man teaching them what the fuck it is. You see what I mean? So you got to make sure that you're on point with upgrading your girl's mind, so that they don't get to it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. You see what I mean?
Okay.
That's what it is, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, bro.
all right, man. I'm out at you, bro. Peace.
All right, peace out.
Whew, man. Crazy. But yeah, man, you gotta make sure that you are not letting these motherfuckers influence your chick, man. Crazy. But yeah, the caller number is 646-481-3901. Make sure you guys are joining the Patreon. Go to Mr. Locario. I keep saying Mr. Locario. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario and become a Patreon subscriber. You feel me? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, this Drake.
What up? From where? Where you from?
I want to know. Hey, I want to know.
Wait, where you from? Where you from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. All right, cool. So what's going on with you?
Yeah, cause I'm in college, and I be sitting down watching women pass by, and I be giving them eye contact. And the funny thing is, I attract about 4s and 5s. So when I look at them in their eyes, they come sit by me, like some of them, not all.
Right.
Like, you know, like, what is the reason why that happens?
The reason why what happens? Why you're attracting girls
Power
you think
of,
are 4 and 5s? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
the power of eye contact.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that when you look at these chicks, you said they just come over to you?
Yeah, not all of them, but because I attract 4s and 5s, so that's the ones I be looking at, and then I be like, some of them look at me in my eyes too. That makes sense.
Right. So what is why the 4s and the 5s? Why not the 9s and the 10s?
Because I got to do extra work to get the 8 and the 6.
Right. So,
but the easy work is the 4s and the 5s.
And what happens when they
come to me?
What happens when they come in and sit next to you?
Well, I do mode 1.
So you just let them know what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So you're asking, is the eye contact the thing that's making them like come over? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's part of it because that's part of it because if you're looking at them and they're looking at you, right, and they see that you're interested, then they'll come over.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But I'm asking you why, because I'm saying you should, focus a lot on, the chicks you think are hotter. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but with them, they the ones that don't come over and sit next to me. I tried that.
And but do they check you out? Do they look at you too?
They did. I seen one. Like most of them, like the 10s and the 8s, I look at them eye contact, and then they roll their eyes. Yeah.
Right.
So I just stick to the 4s and the 5s. If I do my mode 1 and go out in the field and start hunting, then I can get 8 and 6s.
Right. But which do you want? Do you want the 4s and the 5s or the 8, 9s and 10s?
I want the like 8, 9s and 10s.
Right. So that's what you should be focusing on. You know what I'm saying? So you, even if they roll in their eyes, you should still go and holler at those chicks.
Yeah. So what's the reason why they roll their eyes when I look at them in the eyes?
It's a few things, because this is what you got to understand about the whole rating system of chicks, because what you rate chicks are all in your mind. There's no fact that this girl is a 10 and that this girl's a 5, because you could see a girl and say she's a 4 and a 5, and I might see her and think she's an 8 or a 9. You understand? Just, because you might say, oh, because like certain girls that I like thick chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And certain dudes, they're not into thick girls, so they'll probably say that thick girl's a 4 or 5, and I might say she's a 9. And then some guys are into skinny girls, they might say that skinny girl's a 9 or a 10, and I say she's a 4 or 5. You see what I mean? So it's all in your mind. So a lot of it is that since you're focusing on those quote unquote 4 and 5s, you probably feel more comfortable looking and at those 4 and 5s. When you try to look at an 8 or a 9 or a 10 or whatever it is, or who you think is an 8 or 9 or a 10, you're probably looking at them, but you're probably looking away a little bit more. You probably seem more nervous. You don't seem as sure of yourself. So therefore, they're probably like, oh, there's just some like guy just looking at me and being weird or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you see those girls who are 8s or 9s or whatever that you want to holler at, you just got to go up there and talk to them and interact with them. If a chick is rolling her eyes or acting whatever, it doesn't really matter 9 times out of 10, because a lot of times women, they just react off of shit, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how they're feeling at the time or in the moment. So a chick could be rolling her eyes or even seem like she's not interested. Then you go up and you talk to her, and then at that moment she seems like she's not interested. Then you say something, and then now all of a sudden she's having a conversation with you, and now all of a sudden she's interested. You understand? But you don't necessarily, because this is the thing. A lot of guys have the thought process of thinking of, I'm only going to approach a girl if she's giving me the choosing signals or the cues that I should go and approach or whatever. You understand? So if a girl is
Yeah.
giving you the cues, so if the 8 or 9 is giving you the cues, then yeah, go and approach them. But even if the girls aren't giving you the cues, you still go and approach them if you want to go and approach them. The problem is guys are so scared of rejection, or they're so scared of things not working out, that they eliminate that shit, because just because a girl isn't paying attention to you, or it seems like she's not interested, doesn't mean she won't be interested, because she still has to interact with you
Locario.
to make it happen. But go ahead, what you gonna say?
Yeah. See, with that, like with the 8s and 10s, right? That's hard work. That's hard. And then, like, when you get rejected by a lot of them, like, it takes a toll on yourself. You know. It's, I mean, like, it gets kind of hard. You know.
Right.
I can do one and stuff, but like, it takes a good thing out of.
And so, and what? Why do you think it's hard on you? What makes it hard on you?
It's not hard on myself. It's just like, I don't, like, when I be talking to 8s and 10s, or, well, not 10s, but 8s and 9s. Like, I'll be like, when I get rejected and stuff, it's not a good feeling. So I just stick to. I guess you might be right. My
See, what you gotta understand is
not there.
It's all. A lot of this is it's all in your mind. It's your ego and your feelings. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, your ego is, like they saying in the chat room, is that your ego is just getting bruised. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it really is. It's not anything else. Because look at it this way, right? Would you like what sounds harder? What sounds harder? What sounds easier? To sell 100 things for $1, or to sell one thing for $100? What's harder?
The one that's selling $1, everything for $1.
Right. So what I'm saying is that you can, you know, it all depends on how you see it, because you could probably say, well, the thing that is $100 and I only got to sell one thing, it might be hard to sell because maybe the one thing sucks and nobody wants to buy it for $100. And somebody might say, well, it might be easier to sell one thing 100 times because maybe that one thing's easy to sell, or it might be hard to sell that one thing 100 times because, you know, I got to do so much work. Or somebody might say it's easier to sell that one thing for $100 because, you know, I can just sell it one time. So again, it's all on perspective. But see, you got to change your perspective on how you look at shit. You feel what I'm saying? And how you do shit. Because the thing is, if you're thinking that you want the 9s and the 10s, right? But if you're thinking that it's harder to do that, or you're thinking it's too much work, or you're thinking that these girls aren't going to want you, you feel what I'm saying? Then that's the thing that's going to make it harder on you. Versus you saying, well, the 4s and the 5s are giving me attention, right? So you'll take the 4 and the 5, but you'll never be satisfied. You see what I'm saying? Because you know you want the 8s and 9s and 10s. So actually, just getting the 4s and the 5s are harder on you because you're not getting what you want anyway. So you're still not getting what you want. You're still stuck getting nothing because you don't want that. You want the 8s and 9s and 10s. So it's better to get rejected by 10 girls who are 8s and 9s than to get, you know, never rejected by 4 and the 5. You understand what I'm saying? Because at least if you get rejected 10 times from the 8s and 9s, that you might go to the 11th girl who's a 9 or 10, and then she will be fucking with you. So at least after all that work you put in, right, you're going to at least get that one hot girl you want. So don't worry about your ego. Don't worry about if she rejects you. And all you need to do is understand that the game is coming from you. So the same type of game you got from the same game that you put out to get the 4 and the 5 is the same game you can put out to get the 8 or the 9. But again, it's all on your perspective. Your perspective is that it's harder to get the 8 or the 9. So therefore, you don't come with the same game that you do to get the 4s and the 5s. You see what I'm saying? Because from your perspective,
Yeah.
it's easier to get the 4 and the 5s. So then therefore, you have a different vibe and energy when you're trying to get the 4s and the 5s versus when you have a different vibe and energy when you try to get the 8s or the 9s. So use the same vibe and energy you have to get the 4s and the 5s to get the 9s and the 10s. You see what I'm saying? It's all on your vibe.
Yeah. Hey, what last?
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Last question. Last question. All right. So I'll be doing once I do the approach, right? Then I go the second step. The second step is I look at her body language, and I can tell if she's interested or not. If she's interested, she's gonna step forward. If she's not interested, she's gonna take a step back. And so when she takes a step forward, that means she's interested. So I go in the left ear, and I do the mode 1 stuff. So I was thinking like, should this be a super, like, what you think is the reason why the women is more interested in me by going in, because I be going in the left ear. What if I go in the right ear, where I get more like success?
I mean, I don't know. You would probably, well, because you're talking about mode 1, so you would have to holler at my dude Alan Roger Curry, because he's the expert on that. You feel what I'm saying? But I think as long as you're being direct with them, you feel what I'm saying, and letting them know what you want to make happen, then you're gonna have a specific outcome. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not exactly sure. Like, I don't know what the science is on that. You would have to ask Alan Roger Curry. But yeah, I think that if you are being direct with them, you're gonna have a lot of success going that direct route. You feel what I'm saying? Because what guys don't understand about being direct is that most guys aren't direct. You understand what I'm saying? And so since most guys aren't direct, you stand out from a lot of other dudes. You feel what I mean? So that's just off of that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I think you're right about that because I be I'm in college, and the football players, they be getting women to come over. They never smash them because, like you just said, they don't got the game. You know?
Right.
And also, I want to know. This is my serious last question. So you saying, when I sit down, right, and look at 5s and 4s, all right, I'm gonna do 10 and 8. But like once I look at 8s and 10s, right, how can I go about doing things not interested?
How do you go about what? Say it again.
No. If I'm sitting down and I'm going to approach an 8 and a 10, okay, how can I make them interested?
So you're saying how can you make the 8 and the 10 interested in you?
Yeah, because it just was rolling the eyes at me, you know?
So wait a second. So wait, hold on. So when you're saying it as if literally every girl who you think is an 8, 9, or 10 has rolled their eyes at you. So you're saying every time you looked at a girl who's an 8 or 9 or 10 rolled her eyes at you. Is that what you're saying?
No, not really.
Okay, so what about so have you ever checked out an 8?
I never look at you.
We say that again?
Two rolling eyes.
Say that again?
I said the 8s and the 9s and stuff, they don't really look at you to have a chance to roll the eyes.
Right. Okay, so if the girls aren't looking at you, what's your next move? What do you think you should do?
So what I do is I kind of go hunting. I go see if she got a boyfriend coming or the surroundings, if she got a friend coming. Then if it's here, I go approach.
Right. So that's all you got to do.
Then, yeah.
That's all you got to do. See, I think what's happening is that you're waiting too much to see if a chick is gonna be checking you out or looking at you back when you're looking at them. You understand what I'm saying? You're waiting for that cue. Don't wait for the cue. Don't wait for it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to wait for a chick to look at you in order for you to go and approach her and interact with her and get shit popping. Because there's gonna be certain girls who aren't going to be looking at you. You understand what I'm saying? And because and not necessarily because they're not interested in you. It's just that certain girls they're very good at even checking you out really quick and you not even noticing. You feel what I'm saying? Because like when you walk into a room, let's say you walk into like a cafeteria or something, right? A girl could have checked you out as soon as you walked in. You didn't even notice she was there. You sit down, you see her like across from you at another table or whatever, and she's not looking at you at all, but she's already looked at you. She's checked you out already. You see what I'm saying? She probably checked you out twice before you even sat down. So the thing is that now you're thinking, oh, this girl's not looking at me, so she must not be interested, but she's already looked at you. She's already seen you, but you don't know that. So this is what I'm saying, that don't worry about her giving you the signals, because if she is giving you the signals, then yeah, definitely go and approach and she's sort of showing she's interested. But don't wait for any signals, because you still should go and approach. Period. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, don't worry about, because see, that's why I asked you about the whole eye rolling thing, because you probably saw a chick who you thought was like an 8 or 9 or 10, and she rolled her eyes at you, and so now.
Well, I don't really think.
Right, but go ahead.
See, I don't really think. I really could tell if a woman is an 8 and a 10. I have to interview them to tell if they 8 and 9, because some women got bad attitude, and that doesn't mark out if she a 9. That mark out point.
Right. I agree.
So I got to interview them to tell.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which is why you should go up and talk. You see what I'm saying? So you got this. I'm saying, like, it's all about the interaction you having with the girl. Like, don't worry about all the cues of going up and waiting for her to check you out and do all this other shit. You just go up and you start talking and see what's good, because you still gotta basically see what's good, because you could have a chick staring at you all day and you go up and approach her and she still could be fronting. You understand? Or she could have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You understand? Or she could, it's a whole bunch of other shit, so you don't know. This is why you gotta go up and approach and talk. But a lot of guys, they're trying to to fucking wait for all the signals. You feel what I mean?
So, Miss Paul, would you go and approach women in groups, or you wait until the woman is alone by herself? Because I really think that if she in a group, there's an alpha male woman there, and if the alpha male woman leaves, then she might leave, and then it's like all a bunch of drama and stuff like that. So what do you think about me approaching a woman that I like, but she's in a group? Because when I be approaching women that's in a group, it really 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna work.
Well,
why,
the thing is, you got to know how to approach women in groups. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You got to know how to approach women in groups, because if you don't know how to approach women in groups, then it's going to be hard for you to get the girl you want in the group. You understand? Because women subscribe to group think. So you gotta. It's almost like when you look at it this way. When you're talking to girls in a group, it's almost as if you are talking to one girl. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you talk to the whole group, at least at first. You got to acknowledge the whole group. That's very important. You feel what I'm saying? And then after you acknowledge the whole group, then you move into talking to the girl in the group. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you can make it happen. You see what I mean? But it is what it is. But yo, listen, I'm have to let you guys, got some more people trying to call in and everything. And this is why you guys need to get the 30-minute game sessions, man. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all can actually have time to say all this stuff, and this is not even like what you get in the 30-minute game sessions. You get even deeper game. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of this shit I'm telling you is the surface stuff, right? I didn't tell him exactly how to talk to the girls in the group, what to say, how to pull her away. Like, I didn't tell him about all of that other shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys got to get the 30-minute game sessions because I go deeper into it, and you have more time to really say the shit you need to say, get the stuff out you need to get out, questions you need to ask, all of that stuff. So all of this stuff right here is just a preview. You know what I'm saying? It's just a preview. It's just a preview. But yeah, so somebody in here was asking me for the number again. Due to what 212, you said I should set an 8-minute timer for each call. I know, right? For real, I might have to start doing that. The only thing is, you know what it is? Dudes be asking really good questions. So I'm like, I want y'all to hear the answers because it applies to a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? And the shit just be flowing. So it's crazy. Oh man. He said the last caller just stole his 30-minute free session. Nah, that wasn't 30 minutes. It was almost 30 minutes. But again, that's what I'm saying. He still didn't even get the meat and potatoes of the shit. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't understand. Y'all have no idea. Like, trust me, like the stuff that you get in the private consultations is the freaking meat of the sandwich. Like I said this a million times. When I do these videos on YouTube, I'm giving you the bread and maybe the cheese. You understand? When you get if you're on the Bad Boy membership, even on the Patreon, because on the Patreon I'm gonna start putting exclusive videos on there. And if you do the 30-minute game sessions, you're getting the whole sandwich. You're getting the bread, cheese, meat, lettuce, pickles, tomatoes, onions, all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So So that's how you gotta do it, man. That's how you gotta do it. But yeah, man. But yeah, make sure you guys join the Patreon. Make sure you join Patreon. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Become a Patreon subscriber so you get that exclusive shit. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com so you can become a Bad Boy member and also get the book How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. You feel me? I'm thinking about writing another book too. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm gonna write a book and I might have a seminar with this where I'm trying to do something that has to do with becoming a more attractive guy to women, because dudes that always hit me up about the looks thing, and it's all about looks, and if you don't look like a pretty boy you can't get girls and all this other stuff. And so I want to have something to give guys to be like, yo, this is how you actually be attractive to women. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't have to be a damn male model to get girls to look at you. And that's the thing. You can be a woman can think you're attractive, because that's the thing that guys are going to understand. If you're a good looking guy, or people say that you're good looking, that means people think you're attractive. That doesn't mean they're attracted to you. It's two different things. So I want to, get in a situation where I'm getting you guys to be the type of guys that women are actually attracted to. You feel me? So it's a whole different thing. Because being just someone thinking you're attractive doesn't really do shit for you. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't do shit for you. So someone can think you're attractive and that's it. They're like, oh, well, you're a good looking person. Okay, and? But when a person is attracted to you, that's when the action happens. That's when shit takes place. You feel me? That's when things happen. That's when things go down. When they're attracted to you. So I want to write something that, gets people to understand how to be that guy that women are attracted to. You understand? They're attracted to you. F. Collins, call up. What you talking about? You said I would hang up when you said your name. What are you talking about? Call up. 646-481-3901. Call up F. Collins. Call up. Call up, man. Crazy. But yeah, that's the thing, man. A lot of these guys, they don't understand that they could actually be making themselves, to be the type of guy women are attracted to. And also make yourself more attractive. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah, the last caller, he was talking about, someone being 5s and 10s and all this other stuff. I'm telling you guys, that shit is in your head. Because I had somebody hit me up on my comments. It was like, what are you talking about? It's not all in your head. It's a fact that some people are 10s, and it's a fact that some people are 5s. And I'm like, okay. Like, if you think so. Because although the scale is arbitrary, the scale is, it all depends on, what you think is attractive. And what you think is attractive has a lot to do, and I shouldn't say that. I should say what you're attracted to is more so. What you're attracted to is more so, it's a lot more subjective. What you think is attractive, there's certain things as far as symmetry that will make you say this is attractive and pleasing to my eye, but that doesn't mean you're attracted to that. That doesn't mean you actually want to engage with that shit. So when you have a person who's saying, oh, this person's a 8, a 10, a 5, whatever, you're talking about who you're actually attracted to. You feel me? What's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, this is Us Collins, brother. How you doing?
What up? What's popping? What's going on? What you was talking about?
I'm just messing with you, man. I just wanted to thank you, man, for all the good advice you done gave me, man. You done changed my life around. You and old Steve, Dean Williams, and
that's what's up.
What's his name? The other guy, the old guy. Alan Rogers.
Okay, sure. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I just called to thank you, man. Changed my life a lot, man. I mean, my whole outlook on women and abundance mindset and everything is just. I just think about the whole way I think about things. Everything's just different,
That's
And
what's up.
I've been studying y'all guy about 3 years, and Quarter Wayne too, and just like everything just flows. Never a needy mindset, and I'm always in a state of abundance, and I pretty much have I don't give a fuck, take an attitude, or follow my program type attitude. And,
right.
As with anything, of course, it's gonna be I think certain things we disagree on, but in a whole, as a premise, as a whole of the mindset, what you offer, it changed my life, and I want the guys who on here listening to that to hear that and know that if they follow the principles and and stop thinking about this or that and just follow the principle, having an abundance mindset, which is very key and important to have an abundance mindset and take it or leave it attitude.
Right.
That a lot of this stuff they have with these women would change, and so I just want them to hear that from my mouth.
Right. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that shit, man.
And set up that super chat, man. You're supposed to be getting some money off of this.
I know. I gotta get that. You know what's crazy about it is because it's my account is weird. I gotta double check it because there was certain shit on my account that was disabled because I've had this account for a while, this YouTube account, because usually a lot of my old accounts got shut down and something happened with it. So I wasn't able to enable that part. You know what I'm saying, with the super chat and all that.
Okay.
So anybody that wants to donate, you know what I'm saying, just click the links below
Right.
the videos, hit me up over there, and just send a donation. I appreciate all the donations. Anybody that wants to
Okay.
subscribe to the Patreon, that's cool
Okay.
also, and definitely make that happen. I appreciate all that. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, man.
No problem, bro.
That's what's up.
No
All right,
problem.
man. I'm
All
out
right,
at
man.
you,
You be
man.
easy, bro. Just thank you. I wanted to thank you, man.
All right,
bro.
man. No problem. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so what's going on, people? We got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Remember, go to MrLocario.com, get the book, the hard copy, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. Also, go to Patreon and make sure you become a Patreon subscriber. And also go to badboymembership.com right now. Yeah, I'm when you're so tired, you feel like you're high. That's how I feel right now. I feel high as shit. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to all those things. Dude, what 212 you said? I say the game is inside you. Say the truth is inside you. That's the slogan. That's the joint right there. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Who we got up in here today? Let me see the countdown. We had Dude, what 212. Eat my booty. Pause. That freaking name is the Video King. Way to Dawn. Way to Dawn, you said, how do you deal with a girl that always wants to talk on the phone when you don't feel like it? Don't talk to her. You understand? If she's calling or texting, be like, yo, I'm busy right now. I'll holler at you later. That's it. You ain't got to be talking to these chicks on the phone like that. Matt, you upstairs, what's going on? Khalil, Darth, Tyrus, what's popping? What else we got in here? F. Collins just called up. Heathen Deluxe, Greg John, Jay, Aston Neo, we had up in the building. Peace Lord 06, Excalibur. There was a few people up in here today. Eric, Maurice, Infinite Ism, Eman 7188, Felipe Francisco. A lot of people up in here. Javon 4M, Creative Clutch. Crazy. So Creative Clutch, you said, how long should you take a break from the dating game so you don't lose your skills? That I've been dealing with too much BS hollering at chicks, and on top of that, I have a shit ton of homework. Well, the thing is this, is like with your skills in interacting with women, a lot of it is sort of like, like the basics of it. It's sort of like riding a bike. You don't really forget how to ride a bike. You just sort of get back on the bike. You know how to do it. It's sort of the same way in that aspect. But on the flip side, you could get a little bit rusty if you haven't been out and doing your thing in a while. So let's say, for example, you go out every weekend and chill. You meet some girls. You talk to them. You talk to girls during the week, whatever. And let's say for like 2 or 3 months, you just wasn't doing it. Now, when you go out after that, you're going to start hesitating more to talk to women. You're going to be a little bit more rusty because you haven't been doing it in a while. You see what I'm saying? So that also happens. You feel what I mean? So that is what's going on. It's crazy. But yeah, Way to Dawn, I was telling you, if you have a girl that always talks on the phone, or that wants to talk on the phone when you don't want to, don't do it. So you got to understand, see, the reason why you're getting in situations where you have a girl that keeps calling you and trying to talk when you don't want to talk is because you haven't set the precedent of you being a guy that don't want to talk on the phone. You feel what I'm saying? Because what you need to do is you either need to directly say this to her, or you need to let her know through your actions. So you directly saying it to her, be like, yo, look, you know, I'm not the type of guy that want to talk back and forth on the phone. I'll hit you up when I could holler at you. Boom. Or you could do it with your actions, meaning, let's say she texts you or calls you all the time. You know, she hits you up and be like, yo, you know, she wants to talk, be like, listen, yeah, we seen each other this Friday, right? Cool. Well, I gotta go. I'll holler at you later. And she hits you up again. Oh, hey, what's up? But listen, you know, I got some shit I gotta do, so you know, I gotta keep it moving. I'll see you on Friday. Like, you're always kicking her off really quick, but and then she starts to get the idea, like, okay, this motherfucker ain't trying to talk to me like that. You understand? It's crazy. Crazy. Like, man. Whew. All right, so guys, listen. I'm about to head up out of here. Remember to get How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. Click the link. Also, make sure you sign up for the 30-minute game sessions. Also, make sure you become a Patreon subscriber. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. All right? So, I'm going to hit you guys up later on. Make sure you tune into the Steve the Dean Show. We're going to be doing that next. And I will holler at you guys later. All right, I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.